What's up guys, and welcome to the channel. In today's video, I will show you the top 10 anime where a loser main character turns powerful. And if you guys like this video, don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel. Anyway, let's start with the video.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Number 10. Dead Man Wonderland. It looks like it would be a normal day for Ganta Igarashi and his classmates. They were preparing to go on a class field trip to a certain prison amusement park called Dead Man Wonderland, where the convicts perform dangerous acts for the onlookers' amusement. However, Ganta's life is quickly turned upside down when his whole class gets massacred by a mysterious man in red. Framed for the incident and sentenced to death, Ganta is sent to the very jail he was supposed to visit. But Ganta's nightmare is only beginning. The young protagonist is thrown into a world of sadistic inmates and enigmatic powers to live in constant fear of lethal color placed around his neck that is slowed only by winning in the prison's deathly games. Ganta must bet his life to survive in a ruthless place where it isn't always easy to tell friend from foe, all while trying to find the mysterious Red Man and clear his name in Dead Man Wonderland. Number 9. History's strongest disciple, Kenichi. Weak legs, Kenichi Shirahama would rather spend his time reading self-improvement books than fighting. However, when he finally works up the courage to become strong and join his school's karate club, he is coerced into fighting a bullying upperclassman who is intent on getting him kicked out of the club. He's about to give it all up until he falls for his mysterious new classmate, Miyu Furinji. In order to face this challenge, he undergoes rigorous training at the dojo she lives at, Ryuzanpaku. Some initial training by the masters there allow him to defeat his upperclassmen. However, his fighting prowess brings him the attention of the powerful gang of delinquents, Ragnarok. Wishing to protect the thing he loves and determined to have the strength to face the increasing adversity, he must learn various martial arts from the dojo's resident masters, taking karate, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, and Chinese martial arts, and combining them to create his own fighting style. Number 8. Tokyo Ravens. Onmyodo magic was once a powerful technique used by the Japanese during the Second World War in order for them to gain the upper hand and establish their nation as a formidable force. But Japan was quickly defeated after the revered Onmyoji Yako Tsuchimikado caused a great spiritual disaster, an event which plagues Tokyo to this very day. As a result of this mishap, the Onmyo Agency was established in order to exorcise further spiritual disasters and combat the demons that would make their way into this world. Now, Onmyodo has become far more modern, simplified, and refined for a use in wide variety of applications, such as medicine and technology. However, not everyone is able to utilize this magic, as with the case with Harutora, a member of the Tsuchimikado's branch family. Despite an old promise to protect Natsume, the heir of the Tsuchimikado family, and Yako's supposed reincarnation, as her familiar, Haruto has no talent and chooses to live a normal life instead. But when a prominent member of the Onmyo Agency attempts to recreate the same experiment which led to Japan's downfall, he decides to make good on his word and fight by Natsume's side. Number 7. Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress. The world is in the midst of the Industrial Revolution when a horrific creature emerges from the mysterious virus, ripping through the flesh of humans to sate their never-ending appetite. The only way to kill these beings, known as Kabane, is by destroying their steel-coated hearts. However, if bitten by one of these monsters, the victim is doomed to a fate worse than death, as the fallen rise once more to join the ranks of their fellow undead. Only the most fortified of civilizations has survived this turmoil, as is the case with the island of Hinamoto, where mankind has created a massive wall to protect themselves from the endless hordes of Kabane. The only way into this giant fortress is via heavily armored trains, which are serviced and built by young men such as Ikoma, having created a deadly weapon that he believes will easily pierce through the hearts of the Kabane, Ikoma eagerly awaits the day when he will be able to fight using his new invention. Little does he know, however, that his chance will come much sooner than he expected. Number 6. Tales of the Abyss. In the world, Aludrand is bound by the score, a series of prophecies from the century past that dictate the world's future. It is considered an absolute fate that everyone lives by, even people whose actions lead to bloodshed and tears. Using magical abilities known as the Phonic Arts, a war between the nations of Kimlaska Lavadalir and Malkuth Empire is waged in hopes of bringing the score's foreseen utopia to life. Tales of the Abyss follows Luke von Faber, who spends his days locked away in his manor after being kidnapped and losing memories as a child. One day, while honoring his swordsmanship, a woman named Tyr attempts to assassinate his master. Luke defends him, but the clash results in the two being teleported to a distant land. Luke and Tyr's journey back quickly escalates into a quest that will either free the world from the score's chains or destroy it completely. Number 5. 07 Ghost. Barsberg Empire's military academy is known for training elites who bring victory to the Empire. Students of the academy freely utilize an ability called Zaphion to fight, while the types of Zaphion usable depends on the nature of the soldier. Taito Klein, a student at the academy, is one of the most promising soldiers produced, although ridiculed by everyone for being a slave with no memories of his past. He is befriended by a fellow student called Mikage. While preparing for the final exam, Taito uncovers a dark secret related to his past. When an attempt to assassinate Ayanami, a high-ranking official who killed his father, fails, Taito is locked away, awaiting punishment. Only wanting the best for Taito, Mikage helps him escape. Taito ends up at the 7th District Church, where he is taken in by the bishops. It is here that Taito attempts to evade the grasp of Ayanami and the military so he can rediscover his memories and learn why he is the person that will change the fate of the world. Number 4. K Project. Kings are individuals who have been bestowed with incredible supernatural powers and granted the ability to recruit others into their clans. Protecting the lives and honor of their clansmen is an integral part of a king's duties. After a video depicting the hideous murder of a red clansman spreads virally, the unassuming student Yashiro Isana is accused of homicide. Now a manhunt is underway for his head, bringing him into contact with the infamous Black Dog, a skilled swordsman and martial artist determined to follow the wishes of his late master, the 7th King. Meanwhile, the Red King faces his own imminent demise as the search for Yashiro narrows. But during Yashiro's struggle to provide his innocence, a greater conspiracy is unraveling behind the scenes. Clouds begin to appear in his memory, and close friends start to question his very existence. What began as a simple murder is now leading to a full-blown war between kings with the very fate of the world at stake. Number 3. Bungo Stray Dogs. For weeks, Atsushi Nakajima's orphanage has been plagued by a mystical tiger that only he seems to be aware of. Suspected to be behind the strange incidents, the 18-year-old is abruptly kicked out of the orphanage and left hungry, homeless, and wandering through the city. While starving on a riverbank, Atsushi saves a rather eccentric man named Osamu Dazai from drowning. Whimsical suicide enthusiast and supernatural detective, Dazai has been investigating the same tiger that has been terrorizing the boy. Together with Dazai's partner, Doppo Kunikita, they solve the mystery, but its resolution leaves Atsushi in a tight spot. As various odd events take place, Atsushi is coerced into joining their firm of supernatural investigators, taking on unusual cases the police cannot handle, alongside his numerous enigmatic coworkers. Number 2. Excel World. Haruyuki Arita is an overweight, bullied middle schooler who finds his solace in playing online games. but his life takes a drastic turn one day when he finds that all his high scores have been topped by Kuroyuki Hime, the popular vice president of the student council. She then invites him to the student lounge and introduces him to Brain Burst, a program which allows the user to accelerate their brainwaves to the point where time seems to stop. Brain Burst also functions as an augmented reality fighting game, and in order to get more points to accelerate, users must win duels against other players. However, if a user loses all of their points, they will also lose access to Brain Burst forever. Kuroyuki Hime explains that she chose to show Haruyuki the program because she needs his help. She wants to meet the creator of Brain Burst and uncover the reason why it was created, but that's easier said than done. To do so, she must defeat the 6 kings of pure color, powerful faction leaders within the game, and reach level 10, the highest level attainable. After the girl helps Haruyuki overcome the bullies that torment him, he vows to help her realize her goal, and so begins the duo's fight to reach the top. Number 1. Parasite the Maxim. All of a sudden, they arrived. The parasitic aliens that descended upon Earth and quickly infiltrated humanity by burrowing into the brains of vulnerable targets. These insatiable beings acquired full control of their hosts and are able to morph into a variety of forms in order to feed on unsuspecting prey. 16-year-old high school student Shinichi Izumi falls victim to one of these parasites, but it fails to take over his brain, ending up in his right hand instead. Unable to relocate, the parasite, now named Migi, has no choice but to rely on Shinichi in order to stay alive. Thus, the pair is forced into an uneasy coexistence and must defend themselves from hostile parasites that hope to eradicate this new threat to their species. Well, this was today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel, and also enter on my Discord server, link in the description of the video. Anyway, see you guys next time.